Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Sir Cowdog, and this is going to be something of an intermission episode. After defeating the Rotten down in the Black Gulch, I picked up a key which gives me access to a bunch of different areas and some pretty good loot. So, the first of those is back down the pit. So, as usual, to defeat any sort of gravity-based challenge, go ahead and take off all the gear, equip the cat ring, line up with this. I'm going to go ahead and drop down. And the spot that I want is actually the ladder that leads to this area right below me. So I think the easiest way to do this is simply to top off my health. And drop straight down. Back up the ladder. And with the key of the Forgotten, I can now open these stone doors. And nothing in here is a mimic, so you can feel free to go ahead and grab all of the chests. Soul Vortex. Key that gives me access to one of the DLCs, the Dragon Talon. Witch Tree Vine and Branch, which has very fast cast speed, and then Great Lightning Spear. So for all of you Faith casters out there, that's the one you will really want to use a lot. Okay, back to the bonfire. And I can safely put on all of my gear at this point. Oops. Let's see, where am I at here? Covetous Silver Serpent Ring. Where's my Ring of Blades? There it is. And what was the other one I was using? Ah, Stone Ring. Short bow. No, not Pyromancy Flame. Short bow. Battle axe. And I actually need to put the short bow in the right hand and the shield in the left. There we go. Okay. Next stop is going to be actually back down to the gutter. And if you remember from that video, oops, wrong one. There was a stone door that I could not open, but now that I have the key, I can get in there and get that loot. And that is actually right over to the left, so avoid the holes in the ground. Nope, actually drop down and then sprint and jump. Up the ladder. Okay. Now inside here there are many of the statues that spit poison. They actually spit poison through the door. Now, you can spend a lot of time trying to avoid taking damage here, but honestly, it's just, you might as well just roll straight in. And that's the Havel set. Alright. And Homer bone out. So, those are the two spots that you can open with the Forgotten Key, in addition to the third spot, which is down in the Black Gulch. If you remember, it is the access to the Pilgrims of the Dark Covenant. But now with all that out of the way, I'm going to head actually back to Things Betwixt. finally going to take the time to light all of these torches. Now you can do this sooner. I simply wait until after I've cleared the rotten in the Black Gulch because of how many fragrant branches of yore I have access to at this point. Up until now, I've always had a use for every single branch, so now that I've got spares, I can freely use them on whatever I want. Fortunately, the game does a pretty good job of making sure that you always have at least one to get access to a area needed to progress the story. There's no way to break the game unless, I guess, you drop your branches somewhere or destroy them. I'm not sure why you would do that, but I guess you could. Okay. For some reason I thought I ran past that one, even though I just lit it. Okay. That's right, there's one right down here. The only real danger you need to worry about during this process is accidentally falling off the side of a cliff. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but all I can really say is just try to be careful and go slow. There's no time limit or anything. Alright. Only a few more to go. One right here. And the one that I sometimes forget, because it's tucked back in this corner, is right here. Alright. Drop down. I'm gonna get this one up here first. And then I always leave the one at the base of the ladder for last, since that's the closest to where the NPC invader will spawn once I've got all of these torches lit. So, go ahead and burn that fragrant branch to unblock this passageway. And right through here there's a bunch of basilisks. Just watch out for their petrification gas. Watch out for that archer. He'll try to snipe you off the bridge here. One more. Okay. And now I have a physics-defying jump. If you can see how there's this hole in the ground that's kind of cross-shaped, you want to go from the torch side and do a running jump. Oops. You want to aim it so that you land like that. Otherwise, you land down the pit and you have 3 or 4 basilisks shooting at you at the same time as this archer. So, generally speaking, not a fun time. Let's see if I can get 2 of these guys. Yep. One of the few places where plunge attack is actually kind of good. So, Estus Flask Shard. Double check these guys for any infused stones. Nope. Okay. Another torch. Now, eventually I need to kill both of these heavies down there, but before I do that, I want to make sure my escape route is clear, so head up here and kick down the shortcut. Don't need the torch anymore at this point. Now, the thing you really want to avoid is fighting two at once. So there's this guy right here, but there should be another one just around the corner. I guess what I'll do then is I'll use the poison arrows to help speed things up. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to fall off. I'm actually kind of lucky I didn't die there. This is going to work out okay. I think, though, the pursuer's going to show up. Nope, I got lucky on that front, too. So... Oop. Nope, there's the pursuer. So, I did that completely wrong. You are definitely not going to want to do that encounter the way I just did. Ideally, what you want is to pull the heavies up the ramp so that you don't have to accidentally trigger the pursuer at the same time. And also, ideally, you want to fight those heavies one at a time. I kind of hedged my bets there with the poison arrows because even though I screwed up and ended up fighting them both, as you saw, one of them died in the process, so I didn't really ever have to fight two at once. But okay, that's all clear. This little coffin boat looking thing, if you jump in here, this is how you change the gender of your character. It is a, I won't say a permanent change because you can just use it again a second time if you want to switch back, but it does not allow you to re-customize your character, so you'll end up looking however you look. And that's determined by the game, so do it if you want, but if you really, really want to switch your character that way, then I actually just recommend starting a completely new character. Anyway, last torch to light, and the NPC invader should pop up right here. There he is. Same as most invaders, not too tough, but potentially dangerous if you are not careful. At this point in the game, we're pretty overpowered for that character though, so. But, as long as I'm here, as you noticed, he dropped a petrified something. I'm going to take that along with all the other polished rocks that I've collected. Hand these off to the crows. And you can only do them one at a time, unfortunately. Souls? No, one at a time. And by the way, you'll notice that I changed how my character is facing, so my back is to the wall. That's because if I'm spamming buttons to clear and I accidentally dodge, I don't actually dodge off the cliff. That's a little bit of a safety measure. That I learned the hard way by dodging off, backstepping off the cliff and ruining a no-death run. Life gem, nothing special there. Titanite chunk, that's good. It's actually really good to get one off of a small stone. Oops, I dropped all three.
You, not like that. No, not at all.
Yeah, the birds will tell you, you're doing it wrong.
You, give it smooth. Yes,
Another life gem. And by the way, if you noticed, you can leave these on the ground, but you can also use them. I'm not sure why, but the small and the regular sized silky stones can be consumed to heal over time, similar to a life gem. Kind of a waste, but I guess if you get in a pinch and you really, really needed to heal, you could use one.
Give it smooth.
But since they're only available in limited quantities, throughout the new game playthrough, I don't recommend that unless it's really, really an emergency. Okay, we're up to the regular sized ones. 500 souls, that's not bad.
You, give it, Moose. Yes, you. Give us Silky. Yeah, yeah.
Raw stone,
You,
don't need
give it,
that
Moose.
at all.
Yes, you. Yeah, yeah.
And another 500 souls. So kind of a waste there. I didn't get anything good, but I have already got a Titanite chunk out of the deal so far, so that's awesome. These petrified somethings are going to be the real good stuff. Hopefully nothing too garbage. Dragon bone, that's not bad. Dragon bones are very hard to come by before the Dragon Eerie late in the game, so that's not a bad one to get. Another one. No, one at a time. The white ring, kind of garbage. It's a PvP item that makes you look like a phantom. Utterly and completely useless unless you're trying to collect all the rings, I guess. But and the last one, third petrified dragon bone. I mean, if I was using boss soul weapons, this would be really, really good. But since I'm sticking to the battle axe, I didn't really get anything I needed. But that's okay. Anyway, that's it for all of the intermission stuff. The next video is going to be, I think I'll head to the Huntsman's Copse, which is the path that will eventually lead me to the old Iron King in the Iron Keep. But, back to Majula. That is how you get all of those secrets. If you didn't know about that, awesome, you learned something new. If you did already know about it, then I wish you much better luck in your Silky Stone trade-in with the crows than I had, because I think I got a little bit rocked there. But as usual, guys, I will see you in the next one, and until then, peace.